One of the guys who has gotten paid this offseason, Mike, you mentioned how the receiver market is going up and up. The Chiefs decided, number one, they didn't want to pay Tyreek Hill, and number two, they were happy to take all that stuff they could get for him from the Dolphins, who were willing to both pay him and give up 5 draft picks to get him. Here's Andy Reid on the commencement of the Chiefs offseason program, talking about how he kept his 2 most important offensive players, not named Tyreek Hill, specifically Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, in the loop as they worked through their issues with their former star receiver.
I kept it, myself and Brett, kept it wide open with Patrick as part of playing that position. There's a pretty good chance there's change going to take place throughout your career. And so that's all part of it. And I also mentioned it to Kelce, just so he had a heads up on it too. Those guys are very close, and the 3 of them, and have had a lot of production for us. So, but it's important that they see that part of it. That's part of this game, and change does take place. So, and I think you beat around the bush on it. I don't think that's good either. I'm kind of upfront, and this is what it is, and this is the plan going forward.
Yeah, obviously my initial reaction was a little bit of shock. Even though you knew that this was a possibility, just playing with a guy that you've played and built a friendship with over the last 6 years, it definitely was something that you didn't want him to leave, more for the just being able to hang out in the locker room and do that stuff than the actual on the field stuff. But you're happy for him, man. He got a great contract. Obviously, he's back where he has a house in the off season around a lot of his family and stuff like that. And I wish the best for him. And then for me, it was just we got to keep rolling. That's just kind of how it is in this league. It's a business as much as it is about your friendships and stuff like that. And so we know that in order to have success in this league, you have to keep evolving and keep getting better. And so I got with these new receivers as quickly as possible and try to build that so that we could have success right when we get going this year.
So it makes it even more amazing, Mike, when you think about Andy Reid telling Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce that this could happen, and Drew Rosenhaus, the agent for Tyreek Hill, had permission to contact every team, and he did, and negotiated with 12, and this was just kind of happening, and no one said a word about it to anyone. That, to me, is more amazing than the fact that the trade even happened, that we didn't find out about it until basically it was done that morning. We get one report, well, it's going to be the Jets or the Dolphins, and then 5 minutes later, well, it's going to be the Dolphins, and that's it. That was it, out of nowhere. That's amazing to me. But, one of the things Reid said early makes a lot of sense. From Patrick Mahomes' perspective, he's going to outlive Tyreek Hill as an NFL player. He's going to cycle through 2, 3, 4 Tyreek Hills by the time he's done. It's just something he has to accept, that at some point Hill was going to be gone and Mahomes was going to still be there.
So, Mike, how it is every year when your team's season ends and you go in that locker room and get those boxes and clean out your locker, you know that group of people that are in that locker room will not be the same the next year. Every single year you're in the NFL, it's going to change. And the only thing is going to be, who is it going to be? Who's going to be gone? I'd pack mine up. I might be gone. The guy next to me might be gone. You don't know who's going to be gone. But what you said is right. Mahomes is going to outlive everybody. And Mahomes said it best. It's a business. And we just talked about the money for now the cornerbacks, but we know the wide receivers. Guys are going to get theirs. Listen, you're allowed to try and make as much money as you want. That's the way it can work. If that's what you want to do, more power to you. And that's what he did. So you start to, evolve somewhere else. But you bring in, like they brought in a Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling from the Packers, and from Pittsburgh with Schuster, like I said. You lose Tyreek. You lose Pringle, who, when he was asked to step in Kansas City, did a nice job. I believe he went to the Bears. So this happens every year, and it's going to continue to happen when a team like Kansas City, because of the people they're paying, says, we have X amount, now we can pay. Once it's above that, we know we have to move on. And we know that's the way it goes. So Mahomes has other wide receivers to throw to. Still has Kelce, obviously, to throw to, which helps. And you just make sure you're shored up in all your other areas. But this is the business not of just football. This is a business of all sports. And players, if they don't understand that, need to understand that. And, that's one of the biggest differences I found in college and pro. The rah-rah of college, even though it's more business now than it's ever been. And when you get to the pros, this is truly a job. This is truly a business that you just can't take personal. It's hard to do, but you have to try as hard as you can not to and make it a business and make sure you take care of you.
And it is a reminder that there are very few players in the NFL today or really in any offseason that can't be traded and won't be traded. Trading Tyreek Hill shows that 95 or more % of all players can go like that without warning, literally, as we saw with Tyreek Hill. The offense without Hill, something you mentioned, something Andy Reid addressed today. Here's his view on how the offense will change or not without Tyreek Hill.
I don't think it'll be significantly different. It'll be similar to what we did when in the games that Tyreek couldn't play in. We just there are certain things that he did very well that we'll have people try to fill in those spots, but without forcing anything. What we do on this is we try to play to the player's strengths the best we can. So we'll see with some of the new guys what they can do, and then we'll work around that. One nice thing is we know what McCole can do, and we have a lot of confidence in what he can do. He was coming off a good year, and he's going to continue to grow here over the next couple of years even. So but McCole has the speed like a Tyreek had, different player, but like Tyreek had. But he gives you a nice skill set there with the speed and quickness and ability to run when the ball is in his hands. He's a very aggressive runner when he has the ball in his hands. So you find ways to do that in a variety of different ways.
You may have noticed Andy Reid slowed down a little bit there when he was talking about McCole Hardman improving over the next couple of years because he's only signed for this year. So you don't want to say too much about what you're planning to do when there's a guy out there who's saying, well, Coach, I'm your top option now, and receivers are getting paid a lot of money, so where's mine? But it sounds like they plan to keep him around. And I love Andy Reid, but there's something to me that justifies the Captain Obvious outfit for him when he says that our offense without Tyreek Hill is going to look a lot like it did in the games when Tyreek Hill didn't play. Thank you. That's yes, we will play without Tyreek Hill the way that we have played without Tyreek Hill. Thank you for that insight. I love that.
But, listen, in my eyes, Andy Reid's a Hall of Fame coach. Andy Reid's been in this game
love the guy.
A long, long time he's been around, and you see changes. So what worked with Tyreek Hill, and he mentions Hardman, I mentioned a couple of the other guys they're bringing in, may not work with the other guys. They may not draw the coverage that Tyreek Hill did. So you see what the coverage draws. You see what these guys do, and you call plays around that. Andy's right. I mean, as I said, this happens every year. I mean, do we all of a sudden think the Kansas City offense is going to go in the tank? Listen, you're losing a monster player. You're losing a guy who drew two guys in coverage, who drew a big coverage over the top that would open up the middle. I get it, but you just find other ways to attack. And you do lose that big playability that every time he touches the ball, whether it's on a slant or a go route, that he can score. That he has the ability to do that. So you do lose that. There's no doubt you lose that, but you just try and gain it in other areas or attack in other ways. It's just another year, another change, and how do we adjust our offense? The offense isn't going to change, but the offense will have to adjust.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to have to develop some complements to Travis Kelce. He's now the most important player in the passing game, and they've got draft picks they can use. That's an area where Andy Reid did not tip his hand because they got a couple of first-round picks. The Packers have a couple of first-round picks. The Packers are clearly looking to upgrade, given the trade of Davante Adams. The Chiefs looking to upgrade, given the trade of Tyreek Hill.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights From NBC Sports.